Autism is in lot of frequency these days.
Yes.
In lot of percentage these days. People don't understand why it is coming. Hey, jaundice what? Jaundice is not an emergency. Jaundice can be controlled with food and nutrition. Where is the question of lifestyle? It is the question of difference in lifestyle or not. It is the question of survival and living healthy. Everybody is either physically sick or mentally sick. Nobody knows the essence of life. Everybody lives a life for nothing.
Causing self-harm, repetitive movements, walking on toes, unusually sensitive to light, sound and texture. These are some of the symptoms of autism spectrum disorder. Is it genetics, environmental factor, or what is it, the cause for autism and how we can treat it? Let's get into the show with the star Dr. C.K.N., a psychologist, molecular scientist and the innovator of low glycemic diabetic friendly sugar. Welcome to Dr. C.K.Nandagopalan's YouTube channel. I'm your host Susan. Hi doctor.
Hi.
Doctor, tell us what do you know about autism spectrum disorder? And is there a way to treat it? Because we are hearing this term very often.
How long do you know about this autism?
More than 10 years, doctor.
Autism was never there before, so it is not genetics.
Maybe they didn't discover it then, like they didn't give it a name?
Bullshit. No. When we were studying, there is nothing called autism. I went to school in early 60s. I remember very well after 1965. Finished college in 1981. There was no autism there at that time. The word autism was not there.
So what caused autism, doctor? What is the reason for autism?
Autism is man-made. The catastrophe. Autism is
Are you sure about that, doctor?
a condition, yeah.
We are on social media
So what?
and you say it's man-made.
It is.
And how can we prove that?
It's not the question of what is that you can prove on this earth, you tell me. I sit in a space center and I say that I have sent a rocket to the moon and the rocket went to the moon and it picked up water from there and came. How can I prove it? I'm going to show you pictures.
Yeah, you can capture images
What pictures?
of a rocket going.
How can you picture? I can show you some pictures. But is that picture correct? Simple. The graphics. Satellites are correct. All that kind of thing. What is that you can prove? You tell me where if suppose I'm going to ask you to.
Then why do you say that, doctor?
It's not a court case.
Yeah, why do you say that?
It is vaccinations. When the child is born in any part of earth,
Okay.
for first 24 months you are not supposed to administer any drugs. You got it?
Yes, doctor, but after
But what after?
giving the polio medicines only, the rate has reduced.
That's what you feel.
That's what the numbers say.
I don't believe in all that. For example, you have stopped one disease and you have developed 100 more. What are you going to say for that?
Maybe true.
Initially, if you take about 70-80 years back, there was a cancer in a person, 1 in 10 lakh.
Yes, doctor.
Today, 10 out of 1,000 has cancer.
But now they find it out more easily. They can. It's called cancer.
What is that you will find? What is that you will find? You're going to do biopsy and find the malignancy?
Yes.
And then do what?
Treatment.
What treatment? The cause of the disease is not known. You keep on cutting a person. Surgery after surgery after surgery. Chemo after chemo after chemo.
But you said it was not there before. I'm just telling.
What was not there before?
Cancer.
Cancer was there ever since the humanity was there.
Okay.
But it used to be one in a million. Today it is there,
Maybe there was no awareness before.
What do you mean awareness before?
Now.
How do you say that? What do you think? You think your modern science will teach you? You are brought in awareness and you have brought in all kinds of knowledgeable stuff in this earth. Never. The ancients have lived with far more brilliant science and gone. What is that awareness you have now? You tell me, what is the awareness you have created now?
Now we have, like, they most of us know, like, what are the symptoms.
What do you mean symptom? What will you do with the symptom?
Go to a doctor and get it checked.
The doctor has nothing to offer.
No, but the question was there an awareness before? I don't think so. Now we have the awareness.
You are wrong. People had much better knowledge than what we are having today. This cancer was written thousands and thousands of years before, and the symptoms are very clearly defined. And they had medicine those days. What is that you have today? Forget the cancer. Lot of things. For an ordinary asthma, do you have medicines?
Why was it not passed on to?
It is a nature cycle. There are many civilizations have lived and gone over a span of lakhs and lakhs of years. We don't have the history. It is a cycle. Now modern science is it's young. It's going to grow. They will find everything. Maybe it will take time. We cannot blame the doctors now. After all, whatever available, they study and come and try and do the best of their ability to, symptomatically control things. Autism is in lot of frequency these days.
Yes.
In lot of percentage these days. People don't understand why it is coming, why it should not come, and where it is coming from. There are people who know about it. Autism is not something you can never produce a child with an autism. I'm telling you today.
I didn't get you, doctor.
There are millions of people who get married.
Okay.
They produce children. You cannot produce a child which is going to develop autism. No. It comes in between. From where it comes?
You said vaccination.
Yeah. If you stop that, this will stop. A child which is born is going to be under the care of nature from the 0 point to the 18th month. Till 24 months, you are not supposed to give anything to the child in terms of medicines. Whatever you call it.
What do we do in the case of emergency, doctor?
What emergency will come?
Say jaundice or...
Hey, jaundice what? Jaundice is not an emergency. Jaundice can be controlled with food and nutrition.
For a newborn baby, how can we...
What do you mean for a newborn baby?
I've seen it, doctor. For a newborn baby, if there is jaundice...
Nothing, you leave the child, it will become alright. What do you mean to say the baby is going to die out of jaundice?
The liver might get affected.
What do you mean the liver will get affected? The liver is not grown at all. The liver is so small. It will rebuild itself.
But then they say once you get jaundice...
Okay, I'll ask you one question. 200 years back or 250 years back, there was no allopathy. How did they survive? Unless they survived, you and me are here today.
Yes.
Got it? At least do you agree to this?
Yes, doctor.
250 years back, everybody would have perished with jaundice. There was no continuation of humanity, even in evolution. They lived a much better health life at those days. This is for sure, I would call it.
But then their lifestyle was different. Their food...
Where is the question of lifestyle? It is the question of difference in lifestyle or not. It is the question of survival and living healthy. There ends the matter. You are again and again you think that you are comparing yourself with the modern day sitting in 2023, the sophistication around you with whatever in terms of your housings and clothings and automobiles and electronics and communication and medicine and medical world and all that stuff. Compared to those days, you were thinking that those people and all were going in the bullock cart. They lived a better healthy life. They ate a better food. They lived a better life. They enjoyed their life to the core. Today, in spite of having all these sophistications around you, you are both physiologically and psychologically ill all the time in the world. You have to say yes to this. Everybody is either physically sick or mentally sick. Nobody knows the essence of life. Everybody lives a life for nothing. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know what they are eating. They don't know what they are working. They don't know why they are living also. That's a condition today. The more and more electronic sophistication is going to go on, and it is going to be more and more. Autism is one thing which is going to increase more and more. Nobody is going to stop it. And the parents are going to suffer hard. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. We have come to the end of this episode. We will continue more on psychological problems that we face in our daily life. Till then, it's your host Susan signing off. Please like, subscribe and share to the ones you care. Love you all.